Hi, my name is Kelly Amos, and I'm a fitness, nutrition, and behavior change specialist. And I do Tiny Health Tips, and this is an extension of that where people ask me questions, and 2 times a week I answer one to 3 questions depending on the length and how long I got to talk about them, how much detail there is to the answer. So today I have questions from Abby and Jamie and Charity. And Abby's question was about when she's out on the go and has forgotten lunch. What can you do? So you forgot to pack a lunch, or your day is getting away from you, running errands and things. Number one, the first thing that I want to suggest is, hi guys, the first thing that I want to suggest is that you have healthy snacks in your car. I don't carry a purse, so if you carry a purse, you might want to put them in there, but I have my almonds. I have a baggie of my almonds, and I also keep some bars in my car for emergency. But if I need something, I go to a grocery store and I go to the produce section and the deli counter and I see what they have. There's so many things now that you can get veggies, bags of veggies that are already pre-cut, and grab some hummus. So that's what I will do. You can also go to the deli counter and you can get some, depending on where you're going, and if they have some approved deli selections as far as different salads or different deli meats. There are depending on where you live, there are some grocery stores that do have a really good deli and maybe even a little bit of a restaurant type, where you can get some good healthy food, and you can get California rolls. There's lots of grab and go healthy things rather than going through a drive-through. So veggies, fruit, hummus. That's a really good question though, Abby. And then the next question is Jamie's, and Jamie is wondering about sleep and exercise. Jamie is an insomniac, and I actually am an insomniac as well. I had to go through sleep deprivation therapy a number of years ago, and exercise, that's a tough question. She wants to know if, because she can't sleep, if she exercises at night, would that be better? Would that help her to sleep? And for me, no. If I exercise at night, exercise to me, I've conditioned my body that exercise wakes me up. So even on the days where I'm taking a rest day, I feel lethargic. I need to have my morning ritual, my morning routine, and that certain things have to happen, and it takes a certain amount of time, and then it's time for me to work out. And then I have clarity and I feel better. And so what you can do is you can train your body. I became a morning exerciser. I had no choice. I had to do it. I was literally forced into it. And so I have trained my body to wake up with exercise. That's why I can't exercise at night, because my body is trained to wake up and have energy when I'm done, and that I don't want to go to bed. So here's my suggestion, also because of being a recovering insomniac, is that if you are having trouble sleeping, get up earlier and exercise, and you will then, if you create that schedule for yourself, that pattern, then you're going to be tired at night and you're going to sleep. So make yourself more tired if you're an insomniac. So it's kind of a win-win for insomniacs to work out in the morning. It will wake you up and get you going, and over time you'll condition yourself to you're going to be tired. So great question, Jamie, but again, it's an individual thing. Charity, one of my favorite people. Charity asks. Charity's an athlete. She's one of my students at NIC in my nutrition class, and she's awesome. She's just an amazing person, and she is a college basketball player, and she wants to know about increasing calories. Should you increase your calories on days that you train harder? And if so, do you measure or track a certain macronutrient? Do you go with that? And that's a really good question, but it is a little bit on there's a lot of different approaches to this, and it really depends on your goals first. If you have harder training sessions because you're trying to lose weight, then that's you spent more calories. So don't go and complement that and put them back into you if your goal, because you want to create this deficit as far as caloric expenditure and caloric intake. Now, the other thing is, I don't want to lose weight, but I want to maintain my weight and I want to have enough energy for my workouts, which, Charity, that's probably more you, although being a little bit higher level training than the average person. So what you can do is something called zone dieting, and I kind of do that when I am not interested necessarily in reducing my caloric intake. I just want to eat what my body needs for the day. So on the days that I do have higher training sessions, I will eat more, because so you're really just going for that balance then of caloric intake and caloric expenditure. Now, with her question regarding do you focus more on one macronutrient or a couple macronutrients versus another if you are increasing? And that, again, there are different variables. And here, each one of these things, I would talk to you as, what are you doing? What is it that you are doing? And we would map out a plan for you. But in general, if you are only needing to increase your caloric intake, then it's all going to still be based on the percentages. So if you're consuming this, as far as percentage of your carbohydrates, fat, and protein, just jack them up. And so it's overall caloric intake, and then you're taking whatever percentage you have dialed in for your macros. If you are trying to put on more lean tissue, if your harder training sessions are because you're an endurance athlete, that's when you're going to look at more strength-based, more protein, more endurance-based, more carbohydrate. And that's about all I have to say about that, without having some other little questions here popping up. So this is, again, twice a week. So Tiny Health Tips are going to come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and You Asked, I'm Answering is going to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you just post your questions. I'm keeping a notebook, so I'm writing them down, and I will always tag you when it's your question that's being addressed. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's nice to see all your names coming up, and please share this if you think that this would be helpful for anyone. And please, again, post your questions here, and I will see you tomorrow with a Tiny Health Tip. Bye-bye.